David, is it fair to say that Tuesday night might have ended up being more enjoyable and more useful than what you expected?
Yeah, we knew it'd be useful because obviously we need to get some game time and we need to look at some of the young players and obviously with our injuries at the moment we need to use the full squad. So we knew it'd be useful for that, but probably in terms of confidence of the squad, in terms of building belief that we can win games even against teams of a higher level and keep clean sheets, I think that was like massive. It was a massive outcome. So I enjoy every game here. I have done, maybe not Newport, but every other one I've enjoyed. And I think Tuesday night was brilliant just to see so many smiles on faces at our stadium.
Not only good for confidence, but also togetherness. You mentioned there that the lads who weren't in the squad still came along to the game, and then when you make 8 changes and everyone plays well, I suppose it doesn't create this almost us versus them narrative, does it?
No, exactly that. And I want to be really careful on that we compete for each other's shirts, but we support each other. So like on Saturday, Sutton, Geordie drove down with Callum to watch the boys, which is incredible because that's quite a long way to travel, especially as they had treatment on Saturday morning. And after the game, I think there was probably about 10, 11 lads in the dressing room like supporting and shaking hands, and it was really, really nice to see because in the next couple of weeks there's going to be some good players can't make the bench. And that's the way we want it because it needs to be competitive and high quality here and we want to win games, but it's important that you could be disappointed but you support your mate, and I think I'll be hard on that culture because that's important if we're going to be successful long term.
It was bad news for Nathan Holland earlier in the week, but obviously Reece Brown's had another full week, Marcel's been back running on the grass, and obviously Fankerty's been in as well.
Yeah, exactly that. So obviously since we come in we signed a few that are injured, Callum and Marcel, and a couple probably with the change of style it's been stressful for them, which is fine. They will overcome it in time. But we've had actually a bit of good news. So Marcel will do some training today, but back fully on Monday. We've got Jordan will be back out next week. Fankerty's had a good week's training. Probably not quite ready yet to start, but he's close. He'll be involved on Saturday, and I think the squad's just going to get stronger and stronger from here. Then the players need to look after themselves properly to make sure that we have a full squad available from now on, because if we do, I still think there's a lot to improve on. And with competition for places with good quality players, I think we could have a good season.
Crewe are different kind of teams what you've played in recent weeks?
Yeah, so obviously we played some really good physical teams, well organised recently, and started at Newport, and obviously we got progressively better over the last couple of weeks against those style teams. They pass it really well, really good movement, really mobile, clever players can play into the box and create chances. So our pressing will have to be correct. We'll have to make sure the detail's right. We'll do that today, and then we're going to have to be really good and brave with the ball because they press high as well. So completely different to the last couple of weeks, but a good challenge, and one that earlier in the season we didn't do well enough to get anything out of it in points wise. So the boys got a bit of a challenge to make sure that we perform better and get a result on the weekend. How
much can you use the feeling from Tuesday night and the happy faces around the stadium as motivation going into these games now?
Yeah, exactly that. Well, our number one objective when we come in, Lewis and I, was to put smiles on people's faces and that they should enjoy watching football. Now we know, of course, every team loses and you have the odd bad performance here and there, but you try to minimise that as much as you can. I think seeing people the other night, seeing the players afterwards, they were tired but happy, coming in on the Wednesday morning to train the rest that didn't play. There does seem to be a nice feeling developing. Now there's still a lot of work to go on it. We don't think we're there. We think we've got a lot to do to improve, and I'm sure again there'll be a few bumps along the way, but if we can harness that and people want to come and enjoy watching our football, I think we can only improve from here.